Hello friends, and welcome to The Hanged Man in the Moon, my video series where I use tarot spreads to help me explore and describe living the intentional life. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming and welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for returning. I truly appreciate your participation. Well, friends, the tarot spread has been laid, so let's dive right in. As you can see from the title of this video, the topic today is focusing on what is. Yeah, and focusing on what is, to my way of thinking and the way of many people's thinking, the best way to live. Yeah? Buddhists call it mindfulness, awareness of the present, as opposed to focusing on the past, which does not exist. Yeah? Memory is just memory. It's not a real thing. And our memories are well known to be faulty. Or focusing on the future, which is an illusion. It's imaginary. It does not exist. So focusing on what is in the here and now is the most accurate way to live and the healthiest way to live. It's in the here and now that we can feel the fullness of our love, our joy, our well-being, and our pure awareness. Yeah? Mindfulness is the healthiest way to live. However, as we keep our awareness in the here and now, there is also a hidden trap. Well, it's not so hidden, but there is a trap. Because we also need to allow the present to move into the past and allow the future to move into the present. The present is an ever-shifting, ever-changing thing, but we tend to do one of two things. We either get attached to what is, or we resist what is. And both of them are actually forms of resistance. One is resistance of things naturally moving to the past, and one is resistance of things flowing into the present. Both are forms of resistance, and both of them cut us off from the full power of our intention. And what does that feel like? Well, in the physical area, in the realm of the physical, it often feels like disappointment. Yeah? We feel like our cups of bounty, our cups of blessings have run dry. Yeah? Because what we wanted in them is now flowing into the past, and we don't want to refill it with what we don't think we'll like coming from the future. We tend to get disappointed. And that disappointment cuts us off from the flow of our intention. How do you feel when you feel like what is coming is not what you want? Are you, okay, fearful is another form of response, but once it arrives, because we're not focusing on the future, once it arrives into the present, we're disappointed with it. You know, it's not what we wanted. And that disappointment can be great, or it can be light, but it's still disappointment, and that's a form of resistance. Instead of reveling in that disappointment, instead of wallowing in that disappointment, we have always had the opportunity to rise up. Yeah? To rise up from the drowning sensation of disappointment to light and accepting awareness of the present moment. Now, our bodies are naturally flotation devices. When we go into water, our bodies, when we don't resist it, when we are completely accepting, rise to the surface. Yeah? So do our emotions. When we let go of our resistance, we rise to the surface. When we let go of our disappointment, we will rise to the surface. And floating on the surface, we will much easier we will be able to take the next step, the step out of the sea of disappointment much more easily than it is to be trying to haul the ocean of disappointment with us out of the ocean. So, releasing resistance to what is coming or what is passing will help us to, again, rise up and move forward. And in moving forward, take advantage of the power of our intention. In the mental realm, we often will feel like we're just not as successful as we want. Yeah, and I'm not talking about big successes. I'm not talking about the huge promotion or the new house or finding the partner of our lifetimes. I'm actually speaking of the day-to-day successes, yeah? The mini milestones, if you will. In the mental realm, when we are not accepting where we are, we constantly try to keep score of, okay, I did that right, I did that right, I did that right, I did that wrong, I did that wrong, I did that wrong. Yeah? And when we start keeping mental score of our successes and our losses, we become, again, resistant. We become disappointed and we become unhappy. How do you notice yourself doing that from time to time? That you notice things coming, you don't like them, and you start keeping score. Well, that wasn't good, that wasn't good. Okay, well, that was good, that's one over there, there's two over here. Two bad, one good, still not so good. Do you notice yourself making that kind of evaluation of the constantly evolving present moment? Most of us do, many of us do, maybe all of us do. It's a common thing for human people to do. And it will drag us down. It will drag us away from the power of our emotions, from the power of our intentions. And when we keep keeping score, we start to lose confidence in our ability to create. If we are dependent on noticing successes to maintain our confidence in creation, we're going to give up our power to someone or something else. To be able to maintain our power, we can't keep keeping score. Why is that? Because we're wrong. Yeah? One of my favorite teachers, Abraham Hicks, says this: you never get it wrong because you never get it done. And that's true. Yeah? All those little score keepings that we do are us telling ourselves that we got it right, we got it wrong, we got it right, we got it wrong, we got it wrong, we got it wrong, we got it wrong, we got it right. And that is inaccurate scorekeeping. Because everything that we experience that we decide we did not want is a success, because it tells us what we do want. It points us in the direction of where we want to go. It allows us to learn. It allows us to grow. So that scorekeeping that we do is not only what weakens our confidence in our ability to create, it is also inaccurate. So if we can let that go, we will again be here in the present moment, free of resistance. Now, scorekeeping is also a form of resistance. In the spiritual realm, after all of this disappointment, after all of the scorekeeping, the next step often will feel like we are beggars at the feast. Yeah? That we are not succeeding as well as other people. We are not as spiritually developed as other people. We are lacking. We are beggars. Spiritual beggars in a universe of abundance. And that hurts. That hurts a lot. Have you ever felt that? Have you felt like I'm spiritually, I am emotionally not getting what I want, while I see other people getting what they want, and it makes me feel like I am unworthy? Have you ever felt unworthy in that way? I have. I know many people do. And it hurts. It hurts a lot. And of course, unworthiness is the biggest block to our taking advantage of the power of our intention. What can we do? What can we do when we feel that unworthiness? Well, first, we can't expect to jump from unworthiness to joy. That's too big of a jump. That's too big of a change. But we can sit with it and observe it in the here and now. Observe that feel of inadequacy and unworthiness, and really evaluate, how unworthy are we? Are we really not receiving what we need? Or are we just not accepting what we are receiving? Are we rejecting what we are receiving? Are we blocking our potential for receiving even more? If we can realize that this feeling is something that we are creating ourselves, and slowly release our clenched fists, we will be able to shift from our sense of, again, lacking confidence in our successes, lacking confidence in our accolades. Do you ever find yourself evaluating yourself by the way other people are either celebrating you or not? If people are congratulating you and saying, wow, you're doing great, that's wonderful, you feel wonderful, but if people are not giving you those laurels, are not giving you those applause, if they're not giving you the lauds of approval or admiration, you start feeling like you are no longer a success, like you are no longer blessed, like you are no longer being showered with the love and attention of the divine creator. Do you ever feel like that? That lack of confidence also hurts. And it's okay. It's okay to feel hurt. Our emotions and our feelings are valid. But we don't have to live in them. Yeah? We can move out and through them. Yeah? We can look at ourselves and our lives and realize that we are worthy. You are worthy. You are here in this physical body, in this physical universe, because you are worthy. You are here in this physical body, in this physical universe, showered with the love of the divine, because that's all there is. Anything else is things that we have made. And the only reason we're not experiencing the fullness of the divine is because we have shut down. And that's okay. It's okay to be shut down. I'm never going to say, you're wrong. We are never wrong. You never get it wrong, because we never get it done. But we can, again, open our hands. Stop clutching at things that don't exist and regain our awareness of the here and now. Our appreciation for the here and now will grow. Our appreciation for ourselves will grow. The more aware you are of who you are, where you are, the more appreciative you will feel. And the more appreciative you are of yourself, the more empowered you will feel. Because accolades from the outside are great. They're fun. They're exciting. But the real accolades, the real congratulations, the real support and praise that you want is the praise that comes from within, that is inspired from the divine creator. I know that sounds like big words, but it's true. It's true. If you are here and now, open and accepting and aware of who you are and how worthy and blessed you are in this moment, the only reaction you can have is gratitude. And that gratitude will lead you into mindful presence. And that mindful presence will allow you to follow the immense power of the flow of your intention. So, ladies and gentlemen, keeping present, staying open and aware of the here and now is your point of pure power and your best way to use your intention, to flow with your intention. And so that's what I wish for you, now and for always. That's what I wish for me, now and for always. And I'm learning, I'm growing, and you can too. So friends, we will end here. I will invite you, as always, to like, subscribe, share this if you like, if you want. Share any of my videos if you want. And also leave comments below if you felt anything, if you have any reaction to what I have said. I'd like to hear from you. And friends, as always, I wish you love, joy, well-being, and pure awareness. And take a look at the spread that I used for this video. It'll be coming up in just a moment. Until next time, goodbye.